Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the hizzy, and we have a special show for you. I'm fired up today. We're going to talk a little baseball. My goodness. DeGrom yesterday threw. We had a little Subway Series action.
He gave up 2 bombs.
He gave up 2 bombs, 3 walks. He did have 6 Ks, 4 runs in 4 innings. So he definitely was not at his peak performance. But it was more about him just getting right to where he can get back into the Mets starting rotation. And if you didn't notice, the Subway Series not starting off very good for them Yankees now, is it? Mets 2-0 in the series right now. Starlin Marte with the walk-off hit yesterday. And what did I say yesterday to you, Jay? I said that if George Steinbrenner was still alive, that yesterday he would have had Juan Soto playing and Shohei Ohtani. Well, they did make a move. They went out and got Andrew Benintendi. Kind of falls flat from Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani. But he is batting .320 with the Royals this year.
One and the same.
And now he is going to be a New York Yankee. Congratulations, Jay. You are a gambling savant. I was like going, Albert Pujols playing first base.
Oh, what a game. Also, Corey.
3-run job. Corey Dickerson.
Corey Dickerson took away one of his stolen bases, John. He could have had 4 stolen bases since whatever year
2020.
it was.
That would be one more than Mike Trout.
He had a stolen base standing up, and Corey Dickerson fouled off a ball to take it away from him. I was mad. And then Albert got thrown out from right field at home plate, so he gave it back to him.
Yeah, he did. But,
so in my personal
Cards
record
got
book,
the win, and you got the plus 200. And by the way, somebody on the internet, looked like it was David Ortiz, Big Papi. He hit me with a message and said that I should dedicate an entire segment just to Jay Morgan's gambling skills.
I'm not sure the percentage of wins would hit at the number that you're looking for.
Well, hey, you hit yesterday.
I hit yesterday.
And that's what matters. And I'm so stupid, I didn't even take your play.
I think that makes you smart, like I just said. We're playing percentages here, John.
I will say I got very scared, though, yesterday. I did have Tampa Bay Rays. That was my large play of the day. And my goodness, when Mateo hit that home run in the 9th inning to tie it up and we had extra baseball, I started getting freaked out, man. 2-0 first inning. Things are looking great. Slowly started to leave me, but deadgummit, the Tampa Bay Rays did take on. By the way, we did talk about Mike Trout. Have you heard about what he's dealing with?
An injury? What kind of injury?
A rare back injury, a rare back condition. They're saying this is rare. So that means there's not a lot of people out there walking around with this type of back. I don't know if you know. Having a rare injury to your back and being a professional athlete is not usually, they don't, coincide.
Bill Walton
and his big old feet, didn't work really well. Hurts to walk. But Mike Trout has issues with his T5 vertebrae. And he is now going to go and talk and see a spine surgeon next week. He did come out there and issue this statement. My career is not over. Thank you, Mike.
Good statement.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. We
Profound.
do hope.
What do you think he means by that?
Well, a lot of people were just saying with his back injury, Mike Trout's never going to be Mike Trout. He's saying, no, wait, he's got a surgeon to meet next week. So we're going to find out, man. I keep my fingers crossed because I love watching Mike Trout when he's actually playing. Problem is not many people watch the Angels because they're just straight trash.
I said it before, I said it again, John. Nobody hits a 7th inning solo home run down 4 runs like Mike Trout.
No, I agree with you on that sentiment exactly.
John, you know what we haven't gotten to in a while, though? J.J. Bleday watch. You know J.J. Bleday, former Vanderbilt Commodore?
Yes, I do.
He just got to the major leagues. I got to put him.
He hit a home run in his.
He hit a home run yesterday.
Yes, he hit another one. His first one.
His first RBI, first home run. He had a hot start. Now he's hitting .235 though, 4 for 17. But he's got 2 doubles, a walk. He struck out 4 times, but he has a stolen base, a .529 OPS, John. So that's J.J. Bleday watch for the day.
That is beautiful, beautiful information. Beautiful
They
information.
play today at 11:30 against the Reds, and guess who's on the mound for the Reds, John? My favorite pitcher to say on the radio, because you have to be careful, Ashcraft.
Ashcraft. He's such an Ashcraft. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. It's a dangerous thing to say.
It is a dangerous thing to say. It's a little bit scary. We're also going to talk a little pitching today. I mean, did you watch Fairbanks yesterday hitting 100 easy?
Easy.
I mean, it's like it's nothing. I mean, these guys come out there and they're throwing 100 miles an hour like it's nothing. To hit in the major leagues is absolutely – I don't even know how they do it. I mean, they're dropping – dude dropped a 82-mile-an-hour curve after he threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It was more of a slurve. It was a nice little nasty dipsy dude, but it's nasty. But I will tell you how we can actually get better at hitting 100-miles-an-hour pitchers. Have you ever heard of Win Reality?
No. Oh, like when?
It's a new game. It's like you put this thing on your head.
Oh, yes. CC Sabathia sponsors it.
Dude,
and his son.
I've never wanted a game console in my life. I want this. You put it on your eyes, and it's actually, they say it's just like actually facing pro pitchers in baseball.
Except you got a really heavy thing on the front of your face. But other than that, it's exactly the same.
You use your own bat.
That's
you just
right.
put something to your bat, and then you man, I don't know. I want to play this game.
Are you going to break something in the house if you do that?
I'll dedicate a room to the WR.
It's your batting
I'm calling
cage.
it the WR, Win Reality. I like that a lot. By the way, I also have some NFL news, a bunch of news. I want to open this up to the AutoZone text and listener line, 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. Get in the zone. AutoZone. So, Brittany Griner. Haven't talked much about her, have I?
BG.
Brittany Griner. Do I want her to come home? Absolutely. Do I want to give up the Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner? Hell to the Nizzo.
So you mentioned this earlier. Who is the Merchant of Death exactly?
Like the biggest arms dealer who's like killed more people. He's a super Russian arms dealer, and we captured him. And now we're going to release him to get back Brittany Griner. And now Paul Weiland is going to be part of this. This is a Marine who's been over in Russia in prison, and he's now going to get also released. But the point of this is, if Brittany Griner wasn't Brittany Griner, and by the way, who's Brittany Griner? Who really cares? We wouldn't get her. So if you or I got stuck in Russia because, hey, I like a little hippie lettuce, if I accidentally left one of my ganja carts in my luggage, do you think I'm going to be getting out? No. You think they're going to release the Merchant of Death for me? No, they're not. So this is kind of annoying for me in a little aspect of that one. And I wanted to ask you this, and this is the other thing that kind of has bothered me about the Brittany Griner situation. Now you got Russia coming out and telling us to shut up. That was them verbatim. They said, "Das vidanya."
Shut up.
They said, do not tell people what we're doing in the exchange. Just let it happen. And all I have to do is say this right here. Did you watch Rocky IV? Did Stallone not beat Drago? Did Rocky not knock Drago out?
He did, John. Watch it happen.
Have you ever seen Red Dawn?
Yes.
Dude, did a bunch of high school kids not whip the Russians? Now what we're doing, we're trading the Merchant of Death for a basketball player? I'm telling you, again, if I was over there, hey, we ever going to treat anybody fair? Listen, Joe needs to go and tell them, or the State Department or whatever, needs to be like, yo, Russia, you get back BG, you get back Paul, and we might not put the Merchant of Death to death.
I'm surprised you've seen Red Dawn. That's Josh Hutcherson's in that
Dude, I'm
movie.
an old man. I was a kid when that came out.
Red Dawn? Oh, there was a remake when I in 2012. That's the one I'm thinking of. I didn't know there was an original Red Dawn.
What do you mean? There's actually a remake? Are you joking?
Yeah, with Josh Peck and not the Patrick Swayze
the
one.
Red Dawn I saw was in 1984.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, it was Swayze and I can't remember who
I
else
don't know who else was in it, but
I
I know
haven't seen it in a
Swayze
long
was
time.
in it.
But anyway, y'all let me know what you think. 901-360-8255. Would you give up the Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner?
His name is Victor.
Would you allow Russia to tell us to shut up?
His name is Victor Bout. Victor.
And by the way, there's
With
a
a
very,
K.
very, 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 very large Russian segment in Memphis. To all of my Russian friends, what's up? What's up?
Do you think they like my...
Yatiba Leblu. I still love you and everything, but I'm talking about your government. Don't be telling us what to do. We are Americans. Get Brittany Griner back. Get Paul back. And don't give him Jack.
Stop talking about our instigation.
Just send Rambo over there.
Yeah.
Dude, Rambo will come back with Brittany Griner.
It's either Rocky or Rambo because they can't be in the same place at
Well,
the same
Rambo
time.
is more of an extraction. Like, I think he could actually free Brittany from the prison. I don't think Rocky with his, you know what?
Adrian.
Yo, Adrian. I don't think it's going to get him out. You know what I'm saying?
You need the firepower of a Rambo.
So we need the firepower of a Rambo. And if Rambo doesn't even have a gun, he can still take you out.
We had two of us doing Sly Stallone today.
To the NFL. Yeah, but no, let me know what you think about the breeding grinder situation. Does it make us look soft? Makes us look as flaccid as
me.
Yes. I wasn't going to even say anything. I didn't realize the word I used. Sometimes you just grab I need my thesaurus. That is you, Jay.
Yeah.
We're as soft as any. It is soft.
Me.
We've never been this soft before. Now, speaking of soft, they're talking about Jimmy G like he's the worst quarterback in the world. I was listening to Sam Acho, and let me tell you a little secret.
Sam Acho.
Sam Acho is an idiot.
That's what my friends say,
He is
too.
an idiot. He might be the dumbest person that's ever been allowed on television that is not Kimberly what's-her-name.
I have a quote that I've heard about Sam Acho before. Just because you use big words doesn't mean you know what you're talking about.
No joke.
And Sam Acho has a great thesaurus. I mean, at the ready, he uses his thesaurus. He has a large glossary of words to use, but it doesn't mean he knows what he's saying.
I'm going to talk about Jimmy G and his actual statistics. Did you know that he was first in yards per attempt, first in yards per catch, first in this, first in that, sixth in this? I'm going to break out all of his numbers. And I'm going to talk about how Jimmy G's actually pretty good. Sam Acho said, the 49ers' goal isn't just to go to the Super Bowl. The 49ers' goal isn't just to lose last year in the NFC Championship game.
What is the goal?
The goal is to win it all. Hold up.
That's a bad Sam Acho
No, is it?
impression.
Dude, okay, well,
Make him Russian. Make him Russian.
No, I can't do it right now.
Okay.
I don't have it in.
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
But yeah, I'm going to talk about the Trey Lance stuff. And again, by the way, I don't know if you know this. Did you watch the NFC Championship game last year?
I did.
49ers make that interception. Homie done dropped the ball. Guess what? 49ers are back in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. They're back in that joint.
Kyle Shanahan.
By the way, Kyle's just betting on himself with the whole Trey Lance thing. He's always wanted a mobile quarterback.
Fake Adam Schefter got a few people yesterday saying that Jimmy G had been traded to the Giants. Would you be happy about that if you had Danny Jones, Danny Dimes? But you have to spend this year with Daniel Jones figuring out if you have your guy or not. You know what I mean? This is the year for Daniel Jones. So that's why it's hard for Jimmy G to go some of these bad teams, is because a lot of these teams, like even the Dolphins, for instance, you got to figure out what you have in Tua. The Giants have to figure out what they have in Danny Dimes. It's hard for Jimmy G to go someplace with that contract.
I mean, Jimmy G's contract, I hear what you're saying, but again, I will explain to you a little bit later in the segment how Jimmy G's actually extremely effective. Yes, he's been injured. He's won 74% of his games that he started, yada, yada, yada. But again, Trey Lance played at North Dakota State, man. You know who else played at North Dakota State? The trashiest quarterback I've ever seen in my life, the biggest loser I know, Carson Wentz. Please.
Yeah,
he's
sometimes
straight trash.
Sometimes he looks like the MVP.
He belongs in in Washington. He is not any good.
With the Commodores, coached by Lionel Richie.
Yes. Again, he definitely does with the Commodores. But I'm going to talk a little bit. What was I talking? Oh, yeah, Carson Wentz. And by the way, he's not any good. But Trey Lance only started. Do you know how many games he started at North Dakota State?
How many?
19.
Wow, basically one
19
season.
games at North Dakota State, and you're ready to hand the damn keys over to your Ferrari football team. You got one of the best offensive lines, the best tight end, one of the best wide receivers in Debo. You can play defense. You got one of the best defenses. And now you're like, hey, let me just turn this. Now, if it works out, Kyle's going to look like a genius. But if it falls flat on its face.
And he's a run game guy.
I mean, yeah, I know he wants a running quarterback, blah, 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 blah. This day, dude, he ain't RG3, let me tell you that.
He's not RG3.
He definitely
But
ain't
RG3 isn't even RG3 because he got hurt. John, here's the analogy.
And his daddy ruined his career by having him go out there and play on a gimp leg.
Seriously. But he showed he was a tough guy. But John, basically Trey Lance has only ever driven a Pinto, and now they're giving him the keys to a Ferrari.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Right? That's what he was. He drove a Pinto in college.
Do you give a 16-year-old kid a Ferrari, or do you give him a beat-up truck? You give him a beat-up truck. Right now, Trey Lance is a 16-year-old kid who deserves a beat-up truck, not a dead-gun Ferrari.
I liked my analogy.
Yeah, yours is. I like my analogy. And your mom likes you better than me, probably.
No, she likes you better. She tells me every day when I get home.
I love this woman.
Says you're a favorite on the radio.
I love it. Now, also, speaking of Carson Wentz being straight trash, have you heard any of the talk that's coming out right now? Of Indianapolis?
No.
Dude, they're loving them some Matty Ice.
I mean, he's MVP.
Matty Ice. And by the way,
a legend, honestly.
Is Matty Ice a fair thing? Because it's like Natty.
No, but he has ice in his veins. You know, you point to your veins, you got ice in them, Matty Ice.
Yeah, it's all right. It's an okay thing. But I will tell you one thing. His play is obviously doing extremely well because
Everyone that comes across him says he's one of the greatest quarterbacks they've ever seen. Maybe Matty Ice doesn't get enough credit, John.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Frank Wright is screaming his praises. And by the way, hold on.
After Carson Wentz, this is a huge upgrade.
It is a huge
for him.
upgrade. And do you know the best linebacker, Darius Leonard, for the Colts?
Yes, I do.
His name is not Darius anymore. He's going by his middle name, Shaq.
That's a great name.
Shaq
Good
Leonard.
That's an upgrade
That
right
is an
there.
upgrade.
That's
He's
a
going
good
from
change.
Darius to Shaq. I got to say.
Shaq Leonard.
Shaq Leonard.
That's
But why
terrifying.
did he wait so long to change his name from Darius and go to his middle name? I mean, his name is Darius Shaq Leonard. He went by Darius in the NFL. But his friends, since he was a little boy, have always called him Shaq.
Because if you're not solidified as a great player, you might look a little presumptuous to change your name to Shaq. But now everyone sees how great he is. He's like, all right, everybody, listen here. My name's Shaq. And everyone's like, yes, you are a Shaq. You're dominant coming off the edge. I ran out of football
Yeah, I
terms.
noticed. I noticed that. I saw that you
petered
were
out.
sinking, and I did not throw you a life vest.
I petered out at the end.
But the Colts, by the way, I'm going to tell you, I think they win the AFC South. I think they're better. They're
How
a
dare
better
you.
football team than the Tennessee Titans.
How dare you.
They have the better quarterback. They have a running back in Jonathan Taylor who's just as good as Derrick Henry. You also have capable wide receivers out there. They have one of the top 3 offensive lines in football. They have a good defense. I'm telling you, watch out for the Colts this year. Matty Ice is going to just make the Washington football team, what are they called, the Commandos?
Mad Dog called them the Commanders, yes.
Commanders.
No, I'm sorry.
They're
they
the
called them
Commanders.
The Commodores yesterday.
Yeah, but dude, do you think they'll ever go commando? The Commanders go commando.
Do they go commando in foot? You have to wear a jock or something.
No,
You have to
it's
keep
a
everything
girdle.
tight.
It's a girdle.
And then they pee themselves.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to.
Yeah, on the
I mean,
field.
if you're in the middle of a battle, what are you going to do?
Poop yourself.
Hey, let me take it. No, you don't do that. You actually,
Are you sure?
You actually leave the
Marathon
game.
runners poop themselves.
No, they don't.
No,
dude.
they do.
Please don't tell me these stories. Those shorts are too small.
No, that's true. Marathon runners, you can't take a bathroom break. It's a long race. You poop yourself.
Jay,
But it's all liquid at that point.
I don't want it
It's
on
true.
me
It's a
anymore.
real thing.
It's close to lunchtime. Please stop ruining people's appetites. You got to be quiet, sir. But we have, like I said, a really good show for you. I'm fired up. I got Lenny Dykstra's news, Jim Harbaugh new, the Live Tour. More people are leaving for the Live Tour. And I got a Leah Thomas update. All those horrible, sexist things that I said, it's like, if my girlfriend ever comes up to me and says, you don't know how hard it is to be a woman, I can't now just say, yeah, it can't be that hard. I don't know if you know, but this dude became a woman 13 months ago, is already NCAA Woman of the Year.
Woman of the Year.
I mean, come on, dude. By the way, how would you pick Leah Thomas? If you were from above and, like, there's 15 women driving a car, how would you pick Leah Thomas out of them?
This sounds like it's going to be a misogynistic joke.
No, it's not. It's just the truth.
Okay,
She'd be the only driver that could parallel park.
John, that was exactly what I anticipated it was going to be.
We're going to talk, like I said, about a lot of things. I'm fired up. But we have to get into the leadoff, and we're about to. But I got to tell you how we get here. 901-406-1101. The way I get your house sold. You call 901-406-1101. That's my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom, I just sold your house. He's guaranteed to close in 5 days. Any house, any area, as is. It's as simple as that. If you're in foreclosure, don't let that happen. Call 901-406-1101. If you're ready to move down to Miami and you just want to bounce, leave in 5 days, 901-406-1101. If you found your dream home, but you can't put that down payment down until you sell your house, 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Jay, I'm in the box. Whoa. Almost sneezed.
Oh, really? You know
Yeah.
that feeling where you feel like you're about to sneeze and then you just sit there in silence for a minute
I
before
think it
comes
kills
out?
your brain cells.
Does it
That's why
really?
you feel kind of good.
So you feel good when you sneeze?
No,
Sometimes
when I
sneezes
stop
hurt.
one of them, you don't get that little.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Sometimes it hurts. Sneezes hurt sometimes.
Oh yeah,
man.
sometimes they can hurt, but
Oh, they can hurt.
they usually feel good.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
usually.
just me.
You get your mucus out there. John, we're going to continue our run of picking schedules today. And I wanted to go through a team that right now, as we sit here, as you've gone through some other teams, you have this team 3-0 right now. So I feel like this team's going to have a good season in your personal record book. So I think we should do it. And it is Jimbo's Texas A&M Aggies, John. So let's start at the beginning here. On September 3rd, they play Sam Houston State.
Win.
Oh, easy win there. Then they play Appalachian State, John. Is that a win as well?
Dude, yes.
Okay, so 2-0. Then on September 17th, John, coming to College
America.
Station. That's where they play. Miami, the University of Miami. Mario Cristobal's new team there with my favorite quarterback in the nation, Tyler Van Dyke, John. Who wins on September 17th, A&M or Miami?
I love Miami. I'm leaving August 9th for a beautiful week.
South
just
Beach.
chilling. Going to be on South Beach, down on Ocean Drive, living large. And I'm going to go by maybe Miami. I'm going to see TVD. Get you an autograph
See a
for it.
practice.
See a practice.
No, you're a reporter, John. Interview
I'm going to
Coach
go interview
Cristobal.
him, check him out. Yo, Mario, it looks like you need to push away from the table once in a while. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to go there and
Italian.
check him out.
He's Cuban.
Whatever, dude. Hey, you know what? It's perfect for Miami.
That's right.
But I'm sorry. TVD, I know a lot of people. Listen, he is a good quarterback. I just don't think in Mario Cristobal's first year that a middling ACC team is going to go slap an SEC West team. Now, if he was playing Vanderbilt or Missouri, I'd go ahead and chalk it up as a dub.
Different story.
But this is Haynes King is going to tap dance all over Miami's defense's face, brother. A&M with the dub.
That's a tough one, too. Miami's got so many young guys, too. Even though they got a recruiting class, they're still freshmen. It takes them a minute. So that's 3-0, John.
And by the way, can I just ask you, when you were a freshman in college, were you kind of a little awkward and almost like a little baby deer?
My first day of basketball practice, I went in there with a whole career of playing basketball. I'm like, I know basketball. My first day of practice, they might have well been speaking Italian. I had no idea what was going on. It was an eye-opening experience to say, I am the most ignorant person I've ever met in my life.
Man,
but
that's
it's a good place
the
to start.
truest thing that you're going to say all day today.
It's a good place to start, though.
I love that.
Anyway, John, fourth game of the year, they play Arkansas in Arlington. Yesterday, we said that was going to be a win for Texas A&M, John. You still think A&M beats Arkansas in Arlington?
And that's right after the U game?
Right after the U.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a tough.
It's
one.
at College Station, right?
Arlington. But
they're playing in Texas?
at
the
Jerry
Cowboy
World.
State. They're playing at Jerry World?
Mm-hmm.
It's in Jerry World. That Jerry World's seen enough losing. They're going to see a win with Texas A&M. I still got them beating Arkansas.
4-0 start, John. Then they go to Starkville at Mississippi State. 4-0 start
Will
right now.
Rogers has a bad game. Texas A&M runs the ball down Mississippi State's throat. They pick off 2 passes. Texas A&M not only wins, they cover the spread.
Phil Steele says this is the matchup of the two best returning quarterbacks in the league, which is crazy to say.
Huh?
That's what he said. It said two pass leaders, so it must be yardage or something like that. He said the matchup of the 2 returning pass leaders in the SEC.
That is not right,
That's
Phil.
not correct, Phil. Anyway, John, Alabama the next week at Alabama with a 5-0 A&M. Did they beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa?
You know, Bryce Young is walking through that door.
Hey, that's a good segue from what we just said.
Bryce Young does have that Heisman Trophy. Bryce Young is a bad man, but you know what Will Anderson's going to do? He's going to break ankles. He's going to break legs. Haynes King, who had a little injury last year, if you don't remember. That's why he didn't get to play, and that's why he definitely doesn't have the passing record with Will Rogers up there. He's going to be in trouble. Alabama rolls A&M, and you know what? Nick Saban does what is it called? The jitty?
The gritty.
The gritty.
Jitty's John Conchar.
That's right, John Conchar. Nick Saban does the gritty like on the 50-yard line.
Wow.
And it's like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
So I'll write that.
Hey, Jimbo, how you like me now?
All right, loss and Nick Saban does the gritty. All right, next week, John, is a bye. They win the bye week. No one gets
Absolutely.
arrested.
Actually, somebody does get arrested.
Wow.
Texas A&M, they had, right before SEC Media Days, do you not remember? DUI, gun charge,
Well, they got
and
it
marijuana.
They got it out of the way then. You think it'll
But
happen
they
again
did
on the
get it
bye
to go
week?
away. By the way, if Texas A&M can get rid of a weapons charge, a weed charge, and a DUI, how can the United States not get Brittany Griner without giving up the merchant of death?
'Cause-
Somebody call the people down in Texas. Call Jimbo Fisher.
Because they don't play college
He'll
football
get
over
this
there.
fixed.
All right, next, John, off a bye, and South Carolina is as well off a bye. They go to South Carolina, John.
Win. I don't even need to hear anything else.
Excellent.
They're the Gamecocks.
The next week, October 29th, John, you have a win for them right now at home against Ole Miss. You still have them beating Ole Miss at home?
I'm switching it up. No, yeah, I got it. Man, That one's hard.
We already have 10
My
wins for
daughter,
Ole Miss.
if she's listening, she's going to punch me. Hotty toddy, baby. I love you.
We'll be cheering for Ole Miss.
We'll be cheering for Ole Miss, but no, they lose at College Station.
And then the next week, John, you have them beating Florida at home as well. You still think they beat Florida?
Who's not going to beat Florida? Did you not see Florida's record yesterday? They get 5 wins.
That was great. That was a great segment. Next week, John, after playing Ole Miss and Florida at home, they go to Auburn, Alabama to play Auburn, John. Does Brian Harsin save his job with a win here?
Brian Harsin, I don't think he's going to lose his job, even though Auburn's trash, because let's just be real. Auburn is now relegated to Alabama's little brother.
Always.
Period. In the discussion. Sorry, that kick 6, ain't nobody care about it no mo.
So who wins?
A&M, dude.
Easy. Win, and then
were you not listening to what I just said?
Well, I did, but I just didn't hear the word
win. There was
win.
an inference there.
Yeah, it was an inference. I should have inferred. Next week, John, they play UMass at home. They beat UMass?
Yes.
Okay.
And the fact that the only time UMass was ever good is when they had Marcus Camby and was playing basketball.
Yeah, let's say John Calipari. Next, John, the last week of the year is at home against LSU.
I wasn't going to give Cal love, but you would have.
No, my bad. That's on me. The last week of the year, John, they play LSU at home. Do they beat the Tigers?
They lose to the Tigers.
Wow, at home they lose to the Tigers.
They lose to the Tigers at home at the end of the year because they're so high. And everybody thinks they're going to win. They've had this great season. It's going to be a huge letdown. And the money line Bengals at the end of the year is going to pay for everybody's Christmas gifts.
10-2.
Don't touch that dial. Coming up next, Isaac Simpson, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
Got chronic joint pain? Not having success with steroids, but trying to avoid surgery? Well, thankfully, there's a better way. And it's now available here from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Hi, this is Greg Gaston. I'm talking about new therapies, advanced all-natural biologics, regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged joint tissue, providing lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in precision regenerative medicine with over 100 clinics across America and literally thousands of satisfied patients. If you've got joint pain due to arthritis, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, don't just think the old ways of dealing with pain are the only ways. You need to learn more about these new biologic therapy options that can change your life. Call QC Kinetics now. It's a free consultation with local medical professionals. Call 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010.
Hey, I got one of my best customers, Mark, here.
Hey, Montana.
Hey, Mark, tell Sports 56 fans the deal of the century that I gave you at Sleep Cheap.
Yeah, I just bought the whole family some new mattresses. Our backs thank you. These are professional people to work with, good quality mattresses and box springs, and they under-promised and over-delivered. We got the Sports 56 deal, the hybrid mattress and box springs regularly $1,000 for $599, and the wife and I got the king-size mattress normally $1,500 for $999.
Mark, it was a pleasure working with you. Glad you and your family are happy with the quality of our memory foam. Now I'm extending this manager's suite deal to my fellow Sports 56 fans. Check out our 3 locations, 6330 Winchester, Memphis, 1069 Goodman Road in Horn Lake, and West Memphis,